Japan and the Philippines have entered a transformative phase in their relationship, marked by a significant leap in military cooperation and mutual trust. This new era is not just about symbolic gestures, but about forging a partnership that is both practical and forward-looking, designed to address the evolving security landscape of the region. At the heart of this partnership lies the Reciprocal Access Agreement, or RAA, a landmark accord that sets the stage for unprecedented collaboration between the two nations' armed forces. The RAA allows Japanese and Philippine military personnel to operate on each other's soil for joint training, disaster response, and coordinated operations. This streamlines complex procedures, making it easier and faster for both countries to mobilize and respond to emergencies or security threats. This agreement is a strategic response to the growing security challenges in the Indo-Pacific, where both nations face common concerns such as territorial disputes, maritime security, and the need for a stable, rules-based order. The RAA signals a commitment to a deeper, more practical alliance that goes beyond words, covering air, land, sea, cyberspace, and information security. The RAA ensures that both countries are prepared to face modern threats, from traditional military confrontations to cyber attacks and information warfare. This comprehensive approach reflects a modern vision of defense, where technology, intelligence sharing, and rapid communication are just as important as boots on the ground. By removing bureaucratic obstacles and simplifying legal procedures, the agreement enables both nations to respond more quickly and flexibly to crises, whether it's a natural disaster, a security incident, or a regional emergency. Legal protections and clearly defined protocols for visiting forces foster trust, transparency, and seamless interoperability, ensuring that joint missions run smoothly and effectively. This alliance is more than a diplomatic gesture. It represents a substantial upgrade to the collective defense posture of both countries, making them stronger together than they could be alone. Looking ahead, the RAA will serve as the cornerstone for even more ambitious joint initiatives, strengthening their ability to safeguard national interests and promote peace and stability throughout the Indo-Pacific region. China's increasingly assertive actions in the region have become impossible to ignore. Over the past decade, Beijing has rapidly expanded its maritime presence, deploying Coast Guard and naval vessels to patrol contested waters and build artificial islands, all while asserting sweeping territorial claims. These moves are a key driver behind the recent Japan-Philippines Defense Pact, as both nations seek to counterbalance China's growing influence and protect their own sovereignty. Both Japan and the Philippines face ongoing territorial disputes with Beijing, Japan in the East China Sea over the Senkaku Islands, and the Philippines in the South China Sea, where Chinese vessels routinely challenge Philippine patrols and fishing boats. The Reciprocal Access Agreement, or RAA, is a direct response to these perceived acts of coercion. It aims to deter further aggression, enhance joint military readiness, and protect the maritime rights of both countries. Japan has stepped up its support for the Philippines, providing modern patrol vessels, advanced surveillance aircraft, and training to strengthen Manila's ability to monitor and defend its waters against encroachment. At its core, this partnership is about upholding international law, especially the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, and resisting any unilateral attempts to change the status quo by force or intimidation. For the Philippines, the agreement means access to advanced technology, improved training, and the backing of a powerful ally in the face of mounting pressure. For Japan, it represents a chance to play a greater role in regional security, deepen ties with Southeast Asian partners, and help shape the Indo-Pacific's future. Together, Japan and the Philippines send a clear message. Any attempts to alter the regional order by force will be met with a unified and determined response. Ultimately, this alliance reinforces collective security and a rules-based order in the Indo-Pacific, signaling to the world that cooperation and shared values remain the foundation of peace and stability in the region. The Reciprocal Access Agreement, or RAA, is a landmark accord that streamlines military cooperation between Japan and the Philippines, marking a significant step forward in their defense relationship. By establishing clear frameworks and protocols, the RAA makes joint operations between the two countries more efficient, allowing their armed forces to work together seamlessly in a variety of scenarios. Importantly, the agreement does not authorize the creation of permanent military bases. Instead, It enables flexible, temporary deployments for specific missions, such as humanitarian assistance, disaster response, or joint training exercises, ensuring both nations can respond rapidly to emerging challenges. The RAA covers a wide range of activities, including joint exercises, logistical support, and coordinated planning, which are essential for building interoperability between the two militaries. It also introduces simplified procedures for naval and air visits, making it easier for ships and aircraft to operate in each other's territories and normalizing regular cooperation. This sustained engagement not only builds trust and operational cohesion, but also ensures that both countries are better prepared to act together during crises, natural disasters, or regional emergencies. While the RAA stops short of being a formal mutual defense treaty, it represents a close security partnership that significantly boosts deterrence and regional stability without binding either nation to rigid obligations. Through this pact, the Philippines gains valuable access to advanced Japanese technology, military expertise, and specialized training, enhancing its own defense capabilities. At the same time, Japan extends its strategic reach into Southeast Asia, strengthening its presence and influence in a region that is increasingly important for global security. The RAA stands as a new model of security diplomacy, practical, flexible, and focused on real-world collaboration, setting a precedent for future partnerships in the Indo-Pacific. Ultimately, the Reciprocal Access Agreement acts as a force multiplier, empowering both nations to better defend against shared threats and contribute to peace and stability in the region. Japan and the Philippines held their first joint military exercise in October 2025, soon after the RAA took effect. The 5-day drill combined combat readiness with humanitarian and disaster relief missions, highlighting the alliance's broad scope. Training in Cebu, recently hit by an earthquake, underscored the real-world value of their cooperation. These exercises build public support and demonstrate the alliance's benefits beyond military strategy. Regular joint drills will deepen interoperability, allowing both forces to learn from each other and develop shared protocols. Each exercise sends a strong signal of unity and deterrence to the region. As these drills grow, they'll be a cornerstone of the partnership, turning strategy into real capability. China has sharply criticized the Japan-Philippines Pact and responded with economic pressure, including bans on Japanese seafood and travel advisories. Beijing frames the alliance as an act of containment, escalating political tensions and using economic tools to sway Tokyo and Manila. These moves aim to raise the cost of alignment and weaken the resolve of U.S. allies. However, shared pressure often pushes targeted nations closer together, strengthening their alliances. The situation highlights the complex interplay between security and economic interests in the Indo-Pacific. Regional nations must balance economic ties to China with growing security concerns about its actions. The fallout from the pact underscores the delicate balancing act shaping Asia's geopolitics. The Japan-Philippines Pact is emerging as a blueprint for regional security cooperation. Security analysts see the RAA as a flexible template for other U.S. allies, seeking to deter Chinese assertiveness without permanent alliances. Its success could inspire similar agreements across Southeast Asia, weaving a network of interlocking partnerships. This approach strengthens regional deterrence and unity against unilateral changes to the order. The model moves beyond reliance on the U.S., empowering regional actors to take ownership of their security. Minilateral coalitions like this are more agile and responsive than larger institutions. The RAA marks a shift toward a more distributed, resilient, and collaborative security ecosystem. It may be remembered as a pivotal step toward a self-reliant Indo-Pacific order. The Japan-Philippines Pact is part of a broader strategic alignment with the United States. Trilateral exercises show these democracies are committed to a free and open Indo-Pacific. The Philippines must balance defending its interests with avoiding entanglement in wider conflicts like tensions over Taiwan. China's assertiveness has prompted neighbors to modernize and seek stronger partnerships. The pact reflects a regional shift toward more active independent security roles for powers like Japan and Australia. This new, interconnected security environment complicates China's ambitions and reshapes Asia's strategic landscape. Power and responsibility are diffusing, creating a more complex and coordinated network to resist coercion. The Japan-Philippines partnership is set to deepen, with the RAA enabling more frequent and complex joint activities. This will boost both nations' military capabilities, especially as the Philippines modernizes its maritime forces. Japan's more proactive security role is welcomed by many in the region seeking a counterbalance to China. However, increased military activity raises the risk of miscalculation and accidental escalation. All parties must exercise caution and maintain clear communication to prevent crises. The region's future depends on balancing credible deterrence with open dialogue. The challenge is to strengthen defenses while keeping competition from turning into conflict. Military alliances are only part of the strategy for Indo-Pacific stability. The ultimate goal is to prevent conflict. Japan and the Philippines must pair defense cooperation with open dialogue and crisis communication with China. Mechanisms like hotlines and regular consultations can help de-escalate tense encounters. Engaging China on shared concerns, from disaster relief to climate change, can build trust and reduce volatility. Strengthening ASEAN-led forums and pursuing a binding South China Sea Code of Conduct are diplomatic imperatives. Security in the region will depend on leaders balancing deterrence with persistent diplomacy. The alliance's true success will be measured by its ability to prevent war, not just prepare for it. Stability requires both strength and dialogue, a firm defense and a commitment to peaceful coexistence.